So, einen wunderschönen guten Dienstagabend. Ich hoffe, alle hatten einen guten Start in die Woche. Und wie gestern schon gesagt, heute geht's weiter. Und wir springen dann mal ins Game, da wir gestern aufgehört haben. Und gehen wir in den Keller. Die Illithiden-Kolonie. Die ganze Geschichte ist absolutes Neuland für mich und mal sehen, wie das läuft. Okay, Gespräche waren alle geführt. Keiner mehr? Keiner mehr. Dann los. Okay. Okay. Nee, ich glaube, die Axt ist besser. Nichtsdestotrotz, nehmen wir sie mal mit. Okay. Gut, nichts mehr mitzunehmen. Dann ja.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Schauen wir mal.
All of this sitting beneath moonrise. For how long and how deep does it go? Don't waste a step.
We must be ready to confront the Elder Brain. One presides over every gate colony.
No problem. And what does this
sprouted with lethal tentacles and... Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Hm. Wer kann den überhaupt noch ertragen? Keiner kann. Daran kann er ein bisschen. Laser kann. Okay.
Action, not reaction. I've never seen symbols like this, but I still know them. How?
These symbols are nonsense to me.
Hm.
So why can I read them?
I've never seen these symbols before. So how the hells can I understand them?
Okay.
Don't know what's being said, but I think I can read this. Almost.
Gehen wir erstmal links rum.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
Seems simple enough.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Okay, das ist die Erklärung.
That pod. Is that Mazora inside?
Prepare the march. My chosen
Hm.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Geich machinery. Cold as the sea of night, alien as time to the astral plane. Avert your eyes, close your mind.
Es gibt mit Sicherheit einen Kampf. Erläutern. Was ist? Was ist richtig, was ist falsch? Autsch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 Gedankenschinder. Hier mal 21, okay. Was können wir gegen die machen? Keine Resistenzen, magische Resistenz. Okay. Okay, gegen Magie. Okay.
someone inside out.
I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived.
Einige.
You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. Until I realized what I'd done. Perhaps I fought. I don't recall. Either way, I was deemed unworthy of becoming a true soul. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place.
Okay. Nee.
They have you. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
I have a lot on my mind.
I'd love to, thanks. Hang on.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
A couple of those flayers were comrades of mine. I'd have been trying to suck your brains out along with them, if you'd arrived any later.
Ja, so ist das.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me. Is there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No. Tell by your expression. Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
Ja, aber dieses Gejammer.
Discern, faithful. We depart.
Light on my feet.
The moment comes. The absolute knows.
By Grazet's cock, it's about time you came.
Hm.
Go on and gloat. Bow to your pretend crowd. All done? Good. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Hm. Versuchen. +1, natürlich. Oh. Die zweite Würfel war Glück.
Incantation from a children's story said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam redi.
Okay. Ja, ein Versuch was wert.
I'll be damned. You want to free the pup from his pact. And you thought that idiotic display would do it. Oh, bravo.
Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearers' fulfillment of
Now, open the pod.
Eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. It has two devices marked with illithid symbols. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Speicher mal lieber.
You can make no sense of the symbol. You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
Okay.
happening? What have you...
Your heart burns red hot, then goes hollow. A presence disappears from your mind. The Hells have taken Will as their own. He's lost to the fires of a furnace.
Gone. The Hells have claimed their prize.
Ich glaube, das machen wir gleich nochmal.
He had a chance. He's gone. Don't you understand? He's gone. There isn't. Will made a pact with the devil, then broke it. That means one thing. His soul is hers. How could I let this happen? To Will. To Will.
Ich probiere es nochmal. Auf den anderen.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command. The symbol's meaning comes into focus. Annihilate. The button symbol means nothing to you.
Okay, versuchen wir es rechts. Okay.
Good work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out. As for the pact... Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
You're a disgusting little shit. You know that, Mizora.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Dead serious. Don't let the smile fool you. Right. I'm out of here. I need a long bath. I'll leave you to your very serious business. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it. Oh, and ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Bitte. Ja, wir machen. Das ist ein Baldur's Gate. Ah, okay. Ist mal dabei. Ja, den müssen wir jetzt noch rein, aber das ist, glaube ich, kommt jetzt noch später. Okay. Irgendwas? Nee, ich glaube nicht, da komme ich nicht weiter. Dann gucken wir, wo es da lang geht. Untergibt, okay. Mhm.
I'll feel that one later.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers.
Versuchen wir es. Ja, war klar.
Lies. I shall present your bones to General Thorm as retribution for what you did to him.
Okay. Das war nix. Gut. Mm.
Need to learn the hard way.
Okay.
All right. Time to see what new horrors waiting for us.
Mm.
What path lies before me?
Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march, my chosen gatherer. Discern, faithful. We depart. The moment comes. The absolute knows.
Hmm.
Not design, but death.
Okay, da kann ich nicht hintergucken. Hier ist eine Tür.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
Hm.
Descend, assemble, prepare.
Ich habe jetzt keine Ahnung.
Pointless to touch this foul device. The platform is already here.
Can't give up now. Moving in.
Descend, assemble.
Hier ist gespeichert. Ich weiß nicht. Aber ich bin schon wieder überladen. So.
Descend, assemble. Obey.
Is anyone else's tadpole scribing around on them as usual?
Mine too. It's excited by something down here.
Wenn das Spiel dann nochmal automatisch speichert.
The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Ich habe jetzt mit Sicherheit nicht alles gefunden, was hier da abgeht.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker. Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
His correct breath sings to my sinews again, again,
again. But
Ein bisschen Gaga.
must lead the murder march to
Ein bisschen viel Gaga.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow. The Edict of Bane!
The lash of Thor!
Der ist immer größer. Elder Brain.
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
So.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Interesting. Der kommt mit? Okay. Ja, so. My plan. Okay. Gehen wir doch mal rein.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Impossible. You are bound to it, and in death it will bind you to me. That is the power my Lord Merkel has granted me. Command over the immeasurable legions of the dead. But he did not only give me power, he gave me the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Myrkul, I would condemn all of Faerûn to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
Right. Ah, then okay. Na, Gott. Ja, klar. Ein Versuch wert. Komm, ein Versuch. Bäh. Und ich nehme den nächsten letzten auf. Ja. Ja, klar. Okay, soll nicht sein. Ja, ist ja gut.
For a moment only, I was weak. No longer. Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Myrkul's glory.
Nope.
This is pointless. Frederick is invincible so long as Night Song's rotting in his cage.
Okay.
Ready for another round? Under their noses.
Erstmal Rage.
On the move.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
With haste.
Ja, super.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
These boots have seen everything.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
Okay. Okay, der ist hässlich. Okay, das ist kein Billardkönig. Oh, oh, oh. Ähm... 225. Autsch, 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 Autsch. Ach, und die anderen Komiker sind auch noch da. Kann man dagegen über den Wort machen? Nekrotisch, kälteresistent. Okay, Giftimmun. Äh. Hm. Okay.
Now you wear a face to match your soul.
Ja, ist auch noch so neu. Oh, ich den erstmal weg. Okay. Das Kälte macht ihm nichts. Wildschwein, super.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Have to keep going. Hope your soul is in good hands.
Hierher! Ja.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My
Nö.
lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
The Apostle of Merkel. Hadn't expected that. Oh, Gortash.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. Perhaps not a cure, but you found the source of your infection and the reason for its abnormality. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three.
Okay.
Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerûn. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Okay. Ketheric Shield. Okay. Rüstungsklasse 19. Wer kann denn schwere Rüstung tragen? Gucken, ob wir den Schrott irgendwie noch verkaufen können.
Need to find a way forward.
My injuries need tending.
Okay, hier kann ich gerade irgendwie nichts machen. Versuche ich jetzt hier noch alles oder gehe ich weiter? Ich glaube, ich gehe weiter.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there?
Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Nee, pass auf deinen Motor auf.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Wen haben wir denn hier alles jetzt? Öffnen, from the Faust. Hilfe. So, Moment mal, bin ich im Lager? Okay, mit wem quatsch ich denn jetzt zuerst? Fucking Dudel. Erstmal die.
My love. You are dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Okay.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Yeah, please.
We look forward to it.
Now you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Okay, ich glaube, dafür muss das Video noch nicht auf ab 18 setzen. Yeah.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Naja,
Mind flayers too.
wer die ersten beiden Teilen gespielt hat, der weiß das.
It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Was macht Lazarus hier? Das nicht das Lager ist. Okay. Was macht Halsen hier?
You prevailed, my friend. Now your path takes you to Baldur's Gate. But I cannot join you. Out there, the curse still thrives. I failed this place. Now I must remain behind.
Du warst ja nicht am verabredeten Ort. Kann ich ja nichts für.
No. If you linger, you'll only jeopardize your own mission. This is my burden alone now. Until either the curse is lifted, or I breathe my last.
You'd make a fine fist.
Nee, danke.
Any word on Nathaniel and the curse? A flaming fist? A novice, actually. She dropped everything to make sure I made it here safe. Duke Elton would be proud of what the Order has become. A pity they cannot spare the resources to help you with Nathaniel. Please, hurry. I don't know how much longer Nathaniel can last.
What was it like in there?
And the curse.
Ketheric's done, but that army's already on the move. This isn't done yet.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Okay.
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. No.
Ja, klar. War ja wieder klar.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Oh.
What to pack and what to dump. Mol would know.
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
Yeah.
Molly's gonna come through those doors any moment now.
Why, yes. Once Althea is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal. On second thoughts, I think we could be earning silver with this song. Maybe even gold. We're still here. Grown-ups take forever.
Okay. Untersuchen oder... Nee. Ich gehe zum Lager. Erstmal wieder Quatsch.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerûn.
Yep.
Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
Okay.
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Yep.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
Ja, so wie die Teufel arbeiten.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. After, he said only 1 word. Go. So I did. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. I understand. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Okay, machen wir da erstmal.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay.
Pity about Halsin. I was getting used to having an extra strong around. He smelled nice too, like outside. We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Okay.
To Baldur's Gate, Voss will be waiting in this Sharess's caress.
This land remains cloaked by Lady Shah's power. Good. A shame it cost us Halsin as a traveling companion, though. He may have been misguided, but I liked looking at him. You wanted something?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. I did. Who would trust the next of kin of Ketheric Thorm? But I have no more secrets. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Ja, Blattzunge, jawohl.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerûn itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Okay.
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Yep.
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Okay. Sagen wir da mal nach geht's. Also. Immerhin wäre das eben wahrscheinlich die Passage gewesen, wo er sich hätte opfern können.
Druids will always follow nature's purpose over any mortal threat. Halsin goes where he is needed, as must we.
Hm.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Okay. Erstmal nichts Wichtiges.
Here goes nothing.
Yep, dann passt. Okay, da will noch jemand sprechen.
Where's Shadowheart? I think she'll want a word.
Okay. Hm. Wo ist das Teil? Ah, like the man.
Just like that hulking bear to stomp off in a huff. I swear, druids care more about the plants of this land than the people. Present company excluded, I hope.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work.
Ach, hast recht, wieder das ganze Zeug von ihm. Oh, und wieder bin ich überladen. Egal.
You wanted something? Of course.
Mhm.
Stay idle.
time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt I must repay.
You claim to know something about me. You knew about the wolves. Tell me everything.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature.
That can't be. I was always loyal to Shah.
Until you weren't. Do you think it was but a brief lapse? A moment of madness? No. I think you finally listened to your heart. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind.
That wolf. That elf. Who was he?
You already know who he is. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood? He is your father. And he lives still. As does your mother. I felt them. Bound to you.
That can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
I have to find my parents.
You will have to face your abductors in their very lair. In Baldur's Gate. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned. And now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life.
I thought that was lost in the Shadowfell. How do you have it?
Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. A debt repaid. You gave me my life back. Now go and claim your own.
There must be more you can tell me.
Your mind is a deep, dark wood. There are dead ends, shadowy corners, lurking threats. I was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did. Besides, there are more hardships ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to despair, while a little ignorance may shield you. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shah's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Ja, ja. Von wegen Schar. Na, gucken, was er erzählt.
Well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
Okay.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Okay. Erstmal nichts zum Sprechen. Und was hält das davon? Wahrscheinlich nichts.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shar, merely a captive. She
Oder?
must have her vengeance.
Ja. Agree. Ja, noch was dazu?
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Okay.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
Okay. Wen auch noch?
So, it's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it? And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
Hm. Nee, nicht wirklich. Nee, ich möchte jetzt nicht unbedingt mehr quatschen. Eine Stromaufstieg. Okay. Elementar beschwören, interessant. Einwand, interessant. So, mal vorbereiten. Was haben wir denn jetzt hier noch dazu bekommen? Ich habe das Gefühl, das brauchen wir. Steinmann wäre natürlich auch nicht schlecht. Frage die mal raus, ab, wenn immer Feuerwand. Feuerwand ist immer gut. Strom in Verbindung mit Blitze wäre natürlich auch nicht verkehrt. Tageslicht raus. Und dann Schneesturm mit rein. Und Eisturm. Damit haben wir ein bisschen was zu tun. Das Merkmal. Oh, das ist gut. Das nehmen wir gern mit. Cleric. Mhm. Okay. Das klingt sehr gut. Ja, ist nicht verkehrt. Nehmen wir es mal so mit. Runterladen. Ja. Machen wir erstmal den Rest. Okay. So. Quatschen. Okay.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Okay. Nehmen wir es mal mit. Aber dann darfst du ja ein bisschen was schleppen. Mhm. Sortieren wir nach Gewicht. Fähigkeiten. Okay. Also eine ganz schwere Rüstung, okay. Vielleicht die mittlere. Weiß, eine sehr ganz schwere Rüstung. 18 hat sie. Stiefel. Okay. Lassen wir es erstmal dabei. Jetzt keiner quatschen. Speichern. Und Lager verlassen.
Safe return to the city. We'll see you there, Elmerling. We need to get back to the city before those monsters do. Baldur's Gate is my home. I have to protect it.
Wir haben den Faible für die Schotten.
Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers too. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together,
Okay.
we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Can't believe there are mind flayers targeting Baldur's Gate. We can't let them gain a foothold.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Okay, ich gehe nochmal zurück. Nö. Immer noch kein Hallsinn. Okay. Dann... Gehen wir von hier aus weiter.
The Absolute may be gone, but the shadows aren't. We'll still need to tread carefully.
Anything of use?
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Well, Wargaz failed to kill you. I won't make the same mistake.
Ouch. 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 Ouch, ouch. Hey. Das war nicht sehr viel. Natürlich. Natürlich. Ich kann jetzt, glaube ich, kein Schwimmen mehr aufnehmen, ne? Nee. Hm. Nur noch einen. Ne?
Got to press on.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Picked the wrong fight.
That helped.
Okay. Eine mittlere Rüstung, das ist gut.
It is as we knew. My people have turned their blades against us. They will emerge from the shadows and descend from the skies, and we will grant them their only just fate. Death.
Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Shadow curse still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it if we tried.
Okay. Wie es erscheint, haben wir gerade Akt 2 abgeschlossen. Dementsprechend glaube ich, gehe ich jetzt ins Lager oder werfe einen Blick auf die andere Seite. Komm, werfen wir noch einen Blick auf die andere Seite. Ja. Ja, Mark 2 natürlich nicht voll ausgespielt. Okay.
The path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot compare to Halsin's.
Ich kann doch nichts dafür, dass er nicht am vereinbarten Punkt war. Nicht meine Schuld. Ich habe mehrfach versucht, den Spieler weiterzuspielen. Okay. Werfen wir einen Blick auf die andere Seite. Okay.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Okay.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light.
Wie ich schon sagte, ein wenig gaga.
Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Nett, sehr nett. So there's more to come. Okay.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Das Game in den Sequenzen ist einfach episch. Einfach episch.
Can't slow down.
Okay. Mir scheint, bin ich im Lager.
Always at your side.
How can I assist?
Well met.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. fine. What's on your mind?
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them. After all, what I shared with you about my past, about being saved from the wolf, that is not something I would normally even dream of sharing.
Ups, sorry. Okay, also auch nicht irgendwie. Irgendwie was zu sagen?
Soldier?
Gehen möchte quatschen, okay. Irgendjemand hat mal was zu sagen.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly,
Ach ja.
the crown that it wore.
Ja, nee, ist klar.
Without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Okay.
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. We will kill him. But there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. This may be a beginning, not an end. I can see myself now. Lord, King, Master. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Nette Aussichten. Und die beiden noch was?
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal.
Okay.
I will do my part to see them laid low. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Okay. Wo ist die her? Was übersehen? Genießen wir noch mal kurz die Aussicht. Na, sehr.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap.
Yep.
And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth.
Okay. Nichts überraschend Neues, aber... Na gut, wenn wir schon mal hier sind.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Interessante Frage. Ja, machen wir mal so.
To wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Okay.
We're under attack. Help me.
Okay.
your way to the portal. I need your help.
Okay. Mir scheint, ist noch nichts mit Feierabend. Was haben wir denn im Angebot?
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Hätte mal gut. Gern genommen.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Afford to let up. On I go.
stomach drops. Your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter.
You are found. Now you hear me. Now you yield.
Ups.
Join me. Thrall.
Hoffen wir doch mal. Nein. Okay. Nicht das Ende, was ich erwartet habe.
I want to have a word.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. If you have questions, ask. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Which is to say, yes, I am. Okay, ich mache die Konversation jetzt nochmal und dann muss ich mal gucken, wie aus der Nummer rauskommt.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects, fine. What's on your mind? After all, what I shared with you about my past.
Soldier.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. I grant to place him in a position of such esteem. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, if we don't, unless...
Okay.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but we, as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the... You'll...
Okay.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Nudeln. Den muss man die Ameisen beknuddeln.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you. Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin camp smells like goblins. Ooh, more.
Okay. Nochmal speichern. Dann mache ich jetzt mal an dieser Stelle Schluss. Ich werde mir mal Gedanken darüber machen, wie ich aus der Nummer da rauskomme. Weil so habe ich es nicht vor zu beenden. Nichtsdestotrotz. Für heute bin ich mal raus. Schauen, wann es weitergeht. Aber ich hoffe, es wird nicht allzu lange dauern. Also, für heute. Schauen wir mal.